Namaskara. Today we are going to solve one problem using MATLAB. The problem is on nodal analysis where we have KCL using nodal analysis solve and simulate the given circuit to find the nodal voltage V1, V2 and V3. In order to find the V1, V2, V3 by nodal analysis, first you have to see what is KCL. So in this part, this is experiment number 4 in circuit simulation lab. First, what is Kirchhoff current law? Kirchhoff current law states that for any electrical circuit, the algebraic sum of all the currents at any node in the circuit equals 0. In the nodal analysis, if there are n nodes in a circuit and we select a reference node, the other nodes can be numbered from V1 through Vn-1. With one node selected as the reference, then there will be n-1 independent equations. That means if we have 4 nodes, then we should have 3 equations because one is selected as reference node here. If we assume the admittance between nodes I and j is given by yij, we can write the nodal equation as follows. Just you see here, y11 into v1 plus y12 into v2 plus, say it is a continuous and so on. So y1m into vm is equal to sum of I1. Similarly, second equation, if it is y21 into v1 plus y22 into v2 plus and so on, it is y2m into vm is equal to sum of I2. Similarly, if I take ym1 into v1 plus ym2 into v2 plus so on, it is ymm into vm is equal to sum of current im. That is where m is equal to n-1, v1, v2 and vm are the voltages from nodes 1, 2 and so on with n with respect to reference node. And sum of ix is the algebraic sum of current source at node x. The above equation can be expressed in matrix form where first part is y, second one is v is equal to I here. The solution for the above equation is v is equal to y inverse of I because you have to calculate nodal voltage here. So v is equal to 1 divided by y here. Therefore, y comes in the top means it is y inverse of 1 is an inverse of y. In MATLAB, we can compute V by using the command V is equal to inverse of Y into 1 now, where inverse of Y is the inverse of matrix Y. So this is the matrix left and right division can also be used to obtain the nodal voltage. So this is the left division where the following voltage commands can be used to find the matrix V. V is equal to 1 by Y, or in the reverse right division where we have v is equal to y slash I here. The solution obtained from the above equation will be the same provided the system is not ill conditioned. Now I will take the example. So the example is this one. Now here we have what we call it as nodes. We have 4 nodes v1, v2, v3 and this is the reference node. Now V1 is connected with the reference node, V1 is connected with the V2 as well as it is connected with the V3. V2 is connected with V1, V2 is connected with V3, it is connected with the reference. Similarly, V3 is connected with the V1, V2 as well as the reference node. Now to write the equation here, V1 is connected with V2 means here it is nothing but V1 minus V2 divided by 10 plus V1 minus V3 divided by 20. That is V1 minus V3 divided by 20 minus of 5. This is incoming current because incoming current. So this is because using KCL and assuming that the current leaving a node is positive. Therefore, it is, I will consider as negative. So it is phi is equal to 0. By solution, we have 0.15 V1 minus 0.1 V2 minus 0.05 V3 is equal to 5. Similarly, at node 2, V2 minus V1 divided by 10 plus V2 divided by 50 plus V2 minus V3 divided by 40 is equal to 0. Reference node is considered to be 0 here, V2 minus 0 divided by 50. Therefore, here it is V2 divided by 50. Similarly, the third equation, V3 minus V1 divided by 20 plus V3 minus V2 is divided by 40 minus 2 is equal to 0. Now the equation is written in matrix form. So that is nothing but the equation, first equation, it is 0.15 V1 minus 0.1 V2 minus 0.05 V3 is equal to 5. So that is written here 0.15 minus 0.1 minus 0.05 is equal to V1. The current is 5. Similarly, equation 2 and similarly equation 3. Now you have to find the corresponding determinants. So determinants can be find out like this. As you know, it is 0.1 is taken as the common one. So we are leaving that particular row and column. So you are multiplying this and minus this part. Similarly, minus of minus 0.1 is taken the reference now. So it is 0.05 into minus 0.1 minus of this 0.025 minus 0.05 plus minus 0.05. So the common one means you leave the row and column. Now you calculate this, the determinants here. So that is the determinant of Z here now. Now in order to calculate V1, so in calculation we will replace 502 in the first column now. And now we calculate the determinants. If I call this is a Z1, so determinant of Z1 is taken. Similarly, in order to calculate V2, you have to replace with the middle column where we have 502. So again, will determinant will be calculated, it is Z2. Similarly, Z3 is equal to, we can replace V3 by 502. Therefore, here we can calculate Z1, Z2, Z3 and also the original one, it is determinant Z here. So here, this is a simple way of solving the problem now. So Z is taken like this. So 0.15 minus 0.1 minus 0.05 semicolon. This is the V1, this is V2, and this is V3, and this is I. So I have taken only F printf, that is nodal voltage V1, V3 is a printf statement for the new line. And I am solving the equation by using a simple command. V is equal to inverse of Z into I here. Next, I will use the command disp, where we can have what is called as voltage disp here and display model. So this is done by using MATLAB. Just I will replace this one with the MATLAB now. Now in MATLAB I will take, this is M file. So already I have taken this one, the same problem. Just I will run the program. Now the result will be in command window, that is nothing but here we have nodal voltage V1, V2, V3 are this part. So this is how in the MATLAB we can easily solve the particular problem here. So here we are having what is called nodal voltage V1, V2 and V3 are this part. Now this is one part, and alternative method is also there in this part. So here we have what is called as same thing, but I have taken determinant what I explained before. It is considered to be A. Similarly, Z1 I have taken, that is I have replaced with V1 with 502, that is I will take it as B, and here it is C is equal to replace with the 502 here, and for Z3 it is I replace V3 by 502 here. Now I have taken the determinant. So the equation actually what we will calculate in the class, it is V1 is equal to B1 by A, V2 is equal to C by A, V3 is equal to D by A. Now I will just have taken printf statement. Printf statement will be like this, where it will represent the v1, v2, and v3. So I will take this one to the MATLAB. First, I will take so so I have copied the same thing. Just I will save this one. So some error may be coming here. Yes, we have a MATLAB string constant is not terminated properly. So let me see, that is I will leave this one so we can see in the next class. So just I will take this semicolon. So for this, where I will get the result now. Just I will run the program. Now I will see in the command window what is the result. See here, it is V1 is equal to 404, 350, and 412, which is similar to the previous one. So this is same thing what we studied in the first part, that is 404, 350, and 412. So like this, we can have an alternative method also. So now this is the result, and I have referred this on electronics and circuit analysis using MATLAB. So this is done by this team, and I have a multiple choice questions. So multiple choice questions. In nodal analysis, how many nodes are taken as a reference nodes? So usually reference node means only one. In nodal analysis, only one node is taken as the reference node, and the node voltage is voltage of given mode with respect to one particular node called as reference node. If there are 8 nodes in a network, we can get dash number of equation in the nodal analysis. So that is 9876. So answer is C. As you know, number of equation is n minus 1 is equal to 7. So as there are 8 nodes in a network, we can get 7 number of equations in the nodal analysis. Nodal analysis is generally used to determine dash voltage, current, resistance, and power. So as you know, it is answer is A. Nodal analysis use Kirchhoff current law to find all the node voltage. Hence, its method is used to determine the voltage. If there are 10 nodes in a circuit, how many equations do we get? Again, it is repeated. So it is nothing but one node is taken as a reference node. The number of equations get always will be one less than the number of nodes in the circuit. Hence, for 10 nodes, we get 9 equations. The branch current method uses Kirchhoff voltage and current laws, Thevenin's theorem and Ohm's law, Kirchhoff current law and Ohm's law, the superposition theorem and Thevenin's theorem. So the answer is A. That is nothing but it is Kirchhoff voltage and current law. To print new line in fprint statement, you must use the following escape character, that is slash a slash t slash nl slash integer slash n. So you have studied in C language. It is similar here. Answer is D slash n. So here to find I2, 4I1 plus 4I2 is equal to 2, 6I1 plus 7I2 is equal to 4. It is simple 2 into 2 matrix. So we can replace with easily because I have to find I2 here. That is 4, 4. Again, it is 6, 7. So it is replaced with what is called as 4, 2 now. And again, it is 6 and 4. So what is the value we'll get? So if you calculate this one, then you will get 1 ampere. So next is nodal analysis, mainly based on what? KCL, KVL, Wheatstone bridge principle, Faraday's electric law. It is basically based on KCL. Nodal analysis or node voltage method is done by identifying the currents at the node and thereby forming equation. If there are n nodes, then how many nodes voltage equations are required? So this is the general question. That is nothing but, as you know, answer is C. If there are n nodes, then n minus nodal equations are required to describe the circuit. Kirchhoff current law is applicable to only to junction in a network, closed loop in a network, electric circuit, electronic circuit. So answer is A, where it is junction in a network. Kirchhoff current law states that net current flow at the junction is positive. Algebraic sum of the currents meeting at the junction is 0. No current can leave the junction without some current entering it. Total sum of current meeting at the junction is 0. So it is answer is B, that is algebraic sum of currents meeting at the junction is 0. Kirchhoff law are valid for linear circuits only, passive time invariant circuits, non-linear circuit only, both linear and nonlinear circuits only. So answer already given, that is answer is D. So these are the some of the multiple choice questions and the problem is solved here. Another problem, it is for exercise. You can solve this problem by nodal analysis. So take this circuit and try. So this is one problem, that is experiment number 4. So we can go with the next problem later. Thank you.